first edition of Edith Wharton's Age of Innocence. I'm Adam Blakeney from Peter Harrington's. In front of me is a copy of the first printing of one of Edith Wharton's utter masterpieces, The Age of Innocence. It's published in 1920 by Appleton in America. And a brief lesson in identifying Appleton first edition. If you turn to the very last page of the text, okay, in this one it is here, and there will be a number in brackets. This number must be 1, number 1 for a first printing. The only slight twist on this particular book is the English first is also an Appleton imprint, but London Appleton imprint has no number at all. So the English first has no number, but basically the true first printing must have a number 1. What distinguishes this copy, of course, is the presence of the notoriously rare dust jacket. It's in the first state, has no mention of the prize she won for this novel, which is the Columbia Prize, and has all the requisite blurbs. Dust jackets at this point had really reached their kind of first maturity, if that's not too ridiculous a term, and had gone from just reproduction of binding brasses, which you get up to some 1912, 1915, and then into a more lurid illustration of something in the book. And I always think that this is one of the first that I can think of, which is really trying to set a mood for the book, rather than illustrative of it, and certainly not as a sort of eye-catching marketing tool in the way that sort of the vivid detective fiction jackets of the 1920s and 1930s may have been. And anyone who's read the book will recognise that immediately. There's a kind of ethereal, disappearing mood of a kind of lost generation and so forth. And this dust jacket kind of represents that. It's a very interesting transitional phase. And needless to say, for a book of this vintage, and produced as cheaply as it was post-war, and in the years just succeeding the Great War, book production is at a very low ebb. Cloth is very cheap. Paper is very, very thin. And we've seen 2 or 3 copies of this book in many years in dust jackets, and this is absolutely one of the best we've ever seen. It's a beautiful thing and extremely uncommon. If you want to see more copies of books by Edith Wharton, we have plenty, and other books of this vintage, you can visit us on our website.